All right. Going through this DI. It says write the set using interval notation. Now, just to remind ourselves, if we see this, that means intersection. We're looking for where it overlaps. And this means union, we're combining them together. So it's a good idea to write the sets on top of each other and then see if it's either asking us to combine them or for us to overlap them. So in this one, this first one, this is the intersection. So we need to find where they overlap. So we can draw our two number lines and we'll say that this is 0. So then we have -1, open circle, all the way to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5, and that's going to be a closed circle, and it's everything shaded in between. And so then the next one is from 0 to 8. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an open circle. This is a closed circle, and that's going to be my solution set there. So because it's asking for the intersection, where do they overlap? They overlap, I'm going to change the color. They overlap from here to here. Now because it's closed circle, technically this is also closed circle. This is closed circle. This is also closed, right? So we can include those boundaries. And so my answer is going to be from 0 to 5 because that's where they overlap. The intersection is where they overlap. That's where these sets overlap. Let's look at number 2. So we draw our two sets, and it's asking us to combine them together. So the first one, if I say that this is 0, so we have the set from -1 to +1, open circle, open circle. And then the next one is from 0, closed circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to 6, closed circle. And so now combining them into, might be helpful to combine them into a new number line. So combining that, I get -1 with an open circle. Combine, 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 combine. So it's all of that until I get to 6. So my answer is going to be from -1 to 6. Let's look at number 6. So this is saying you're defining x as everything, where x can't be -3 and it can't be 4, but it's everything else. So this set is -infinity to -3, union, -3 to 4, union, from 4 to infinity. Now just to kind of remember, we had an and an or statement. An and statement is the same thing as an intersection. An or statement is the same thing as union. So because this is or, it's basically the union. It's how do I combine these together. And so if I draw my number line, I have the first one where it's x is less than 3. So here is x is less than 3. My next one is x is greater than 2. So here's 2. X is greater than that. And so because it's or, it means union. It means combine them together. So combine, 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 combine. Everything is going to be shaded. And so therefore it's going to be -infinity to +infinity. This is enter an expression equivalent to these two things being multiplied in this form. So remember, when we multiply with exponents, we add the exponents together. So we add the powers together. So -3 times 5 is -15. X to the first and x to the fourth is x to the fifth. Y to the third and y to the fourth is y to the seventh. It says a student solved that statement, 3 minus the square root of x minus 2 equals 0 in 4 steps. And then asking which statement is an accurate interpretation of the student's work. Okay, so it looks like the first step, the student added that to that side, right? Because it was negative and it was positive. So that looks good so far. Then squared both sides. So if they squared both sides, that looks good so far. And so now you have x minus 2 equals 9, so that looks good so far. And then you have x equals 11. That looks good. So it says, which is an accurate interpretation of the student's work? The correct answer is x equals 11. Well, if we plug 11 back in, let's check it. The square root of 11 minus 2, that's 9. The square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Okay, so that works. Student made an error in step 1. Nope, they added that to the other side. I know it's thinking, it's like, wait a minute, because that was still on the left side. That's a way for us to trick us. The student made an error in step 3. No, squared both sides, canceled that out. That looks good. The solution to the equation in step 2 is x equals 11, but is not a solution to the original equation. Nope, that is not correct. So the A is going to be our correct answer.